Greetings, everyone. Ron Valent here. This is a red alert emergency broadcast regarding UNDRIP being implemented into law into Canada. What has happened now is it's been sped up, the whole process. We thought that the Parliament would be voting on it probably by June, July. Now they've accelerated the whole process. I think that they know that we're on to them. So what's happening now is by April 22nd, they want to be able to have the vote on UNDRIP in relations to Bill C-15. So what could happen here is we could lose the rights to our lands that we've paid for and a whole bunch of other things that you wouldn't even be able to believe. Now, what people need to do is to get active. Below this video, I will be posting some comments in regards to what you can copy and paste and send to your member of parliament and also the senators of your province. Those of you in BC, you're already under UNDRIP with the Horgan government. 3 days after the last federal election, they went ahead and they've implemented UNDRIP. And you just have no idea what's in that document. So what you have to do is go ahead and go look up UNDRIP document on the internet. It's a short document, and go check out some key different points in there. The most important one regarding land is Article 26, but there's also Article 5, 28, 32, and 46. If you just want to do a quick little overview, it won't take you more than 5 minutes. So just go ahead and look up UNDRIP document, and you'll be able to pull it up right away. The other thing, too, is look at Article C-15. That's the one that's the bill that's in the House right now that they're going through and they're fast tracking. Primarily what that bill states is that they want to make Canadian law subservient to or in alignment with the articles within UNDRIP. Problem is, there's a lot of problems. One is that UNDRIP itself, the document, does not identify what an Aboriginal is. Neither does the UN. They do not have a legal statement on the matter. So it's up for interpretation as to what an Aboriginal really is. While Bill C-15 identifies Aboriginals as being Indian, Métis, and Inuit, according to the 1982 Charters 35.2, it must be noted that the actual bill is, the whole purpose of it is to be able to have Canadian law according to the articles of UNDRIP. And even though that they say that Article 35.2 identifies these groups as being Aboriginal, UNDRIP itself does not identify that whatsoever. And this ambiguity between the two, I think what's going to happen is you're going to find that UNDRIP as a document will override this whole issue of what Bill C-15 is, identifying as these groups. Article 26 is a big one, and it basically says that Aboriginals, whoever they are, have the rights to all of the lands, territories, and resources to which they have traditionally owned, occupied, or otherwise used. Now, we see all across Canada where they open up meetings and they say that we acknowledge that we're on the unceded territory, and they give some names, or they might say we acknowledge that we're on Treaty 8 or Treaty 6 land. All of that will factor into this whole land issue, this land grab, because they will be able to show in court cases that, yes, the politicians have acknowledged that this was the Aboriginal land, and that's where all of this is going. So this is absolutely critical. There's so many issues within UNDRIP that are just going to rock Canada like you wouldn't believe. And now is a time to get active, to do something. You cannot just sit by and just watch it. So please go ahead and find out a little bit more about it. Spend 15-20 minutes to read some of the points in UNDRIP, and then go ahead and contact your MP, senator, and those that you know. Like, if everyone can contact at least 10-15 people and tell them the serious situation that we're in, we can start to go ahead and make some waves here. Let media know, big corporations, or the power players that you know in your life. And what we'll do is we'll end this clip with a short segment. This happened in Toronto in Dundas Square. Most people would think that the lady's just crazy and needs to be put into a rubber room, but it's not at all. This is actually all to do with UNDRIP, UN Agenda 2030, and where we're headed. Take it very, very seriously, please. Thank you. Bye.
I'm indigenous.
Oh, are you?
You are illegal here
Oh, okay.
in my country, in my lands. So you want to talk about these type of people? What people are you talking about?
Well, that's a good question, ma'am. You have been the only one.
And you just disrespected my land.
How did I disrespect the land? I thought this was the public square.
These people are my indigenous people. This is indigenous land.
So, what's the rule that no, I guess, white people are allowed here?
Not colonialism.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get educated, ma'am. You say it's indigenous land. What should I do then to respect the indigenous land?
People respect our laws and respect the people that are in this sacred circle. Don't come in here and antagonize people and getting paid for it. That's why they're there. They pay you to do.
This is a sacred circle? It looks like a bunch of tents made out of the elements of the petrochemical industry.
Yeah? Well,
So, if you can see behind me, this tent city where people are staying overnight, it's an autonomous zone, and this is not considered trespassing, but somebody simply practicing journalism, simply trying to tell the other side of the story. In any event, folks, welcome to John Tory's Toronto in 2020. There's no other way of sugarcoating it. The lunatics are running the asylum.